Hey YouTube, I am Tiberius and you're about to watch an edited recording of a Twitch stream. You can check out my Twitch using the link in the video description. If you enjoy the content, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to my channel. Thank you and enjoy the video. So it looks like we need to set this IP address to futurevera.tryhackme. Alright, so how we're going to do this is we're going to go into DNS mask, and we're going to go all the way down here, and I could probably delete some of these, but why not? futurevera.tryhackme. What's my day job? I'm a pen tester. Well, that's not. Luckily, that wasn't a one of those don't share these URLs. Okay. Boom, sudo service DNS mask restart. Okay, so what I just did there, DNS mask is a DNS server that runs locally. And so now if I try and resolve futurevera, did I misspell it? I did. There we go. And not only that, but every single subdomain will also resolve to that, which makes it much better than Etsy hosts. One thing we do need to do is connect to the VPN. So let's do that. Right. Oh, so it's saying do this. No, don't want to. What are you talking about? Well, he says he has to keep open the work laptop. I thought Pentester does that too. I mean, yeah, it's just to respond to emails, honestly. All right. I guess we should probably TakeOver. We'll probably do all a recon. Here we go.
New subscription received. Dispensing gratitude. Gratitude dispensed.
Redacted. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. 9-month streak. What happened? What happened in month 1? All right. So we have port 22, port 443, and port 80. So we'll go port 22 only to see if we have public key and password as supported authentication methods. It's generally all we look for there. I know IPsec does some funky stuff with these, which, yeah, we could do at some point, but not right now. So there is a TCP/80 that redirects to HTTPS, so that's useful to know. Looks like this is just redirecting to... Okay, we found a subdomain of portal. So this is the nice thing about AutoRecon, is it has this lovely virtual host subdomain enumeration thingy. So it'll find potential subdomains. Okay. So I'm betting this found them as well. Not yet. Okay. Well, let's actually just take a look. We can duplicate this tab and go to that discovered subdomain. Since this is a box all about subdomain enumeration, I figure this is probably the best way about going about this. It does look like the box is potentially being a bit slow. Possibly because of the directory busting, so maybe I'll kill those. Yeah, let's do kill all -9 Ferox Buster. Capturing on? No, I'm not an idiot. Alright. What's the difference? Okay, so it doesn't even look like there is much of a difference here. Portal and future. I mean, we could definitely try. So what we can do is we can have a look at the length of the request to portal.futurevero.TryHackMe is 4883, and it's 4883 for the non one as well. So I imagine what we actually have to do is do a directory bust on the portal domain. Maybe the portal domain has access to something else. So for that, we can go to, I mean, we just go to commands actually. And look up the Ferox Buster one. And oops. Go here and we'll obviously change it to HTTPS since there's a redirect. We don't need the port since it's default. Portal.futurevera. And I'll just put it in here. HTTPS. We'll call it Ferox Buster Portal. Did it tell us? Didn't tell us any. It's Apache, so PHP is always possible. So I'll leave the PHP extension in here. But what we will do is, yeah, just run this here. Okay, so these 403s, I've explained on the stream before, but basically, generally speaking, there's like an Apache rule where if a file starts with a dot, that's a hidden file in Linux. On Apache, usually the rule is basically if any file starts with a dot, or at least .ht, it'll get a 403. It actually looks like it's any file here because the .php also got a 403. So basically what we're trying to look for is any kind of clue as to a directory or hidden file. Ooh. Okay, so it definitely looks like this. Nikto's running, vhost enumeration is running. I'm going to kill Nikto. So the problem with the vhost enumeration is that, yeah, that's also using the web server. Let me just see if... Oh, there's a payroll there, look. So it doesn't look like the 443 is actually finding anything. So what I will do is we will kill this vhost enumeration. So I'll kill this one. So do kill -9. And let's do take out the... Okay. Alright, so now the only things that are running the vhost enum... we want to kill this one as well. Because the vhost enum doesn't seem to be working on port 443. The reason why, it's probably due to the redirect, I would imagine. We could actually try that. So let's use curl -i and we'll do HTTP. Just do what futurevera does. That redirects to HTTPS portal.futurevera. Actually doesn't redirect at all. So that's interesting. And if I do HTTPS, I'm going to have to do -k. Oh, that's weird. Oh, actually, no, it might not be. Right, yeah, so The reason why we can find the subdomains on 80-bit set 443 is, for some reason, on 443 everything seems to just go to the same location. You'll note that the content length is the same. All right. Whereas with HTTP, if we just went to futurevera.tryhackme, we got a 302 found and redirected to the HTTPS site. However, if we went to portal on port 80, we don't get redirected. So this is also why in the browser, because I accidentally went to portal using HTTPS. So if we actually just use HTTP instead, we should get a completely different site. We do. Okay, so the other thing was payroll. So let's try payroll as well. All right, they're both only available via internal VPN, so we basically have to give up at this point, right? We don't have an internal VPN. What are we going to do? So also, actually, that means that my gobuster was okay. I just need to change this HTTPS to an HTTP, which is very useful. And I'm going to just shove it in the right directory here. That should be all right now. An idea for auto recon plugin: if 443 get the subdomains from the certificate to see which certificate's valid for. Is that possible? Yeah, it should be. Okay, so the portal is only available via an internal VPN. So what we can do is try and trick that. By using x forwarded for 127001, which did not work. There are a bunch of these we could try. How is gobuster different, better? Why do you prefer it? The reasons I prefer it over gobuster, there's a few of them. Firstly, it uses recursion if you want to, whereas gobuster still doesn't for no reason. But also, I have a mini vendetta against gobuster because they really annoyed me a few years ago by changing the by changing the way gobuster works. They used to have a -m to set the mode, because obviously gobuster has multiple modes. It has a DNS mode, it has a virtual host mode. Used to set it using -m, which I thought was fine, and then they just changed it so you had to type gobuster and then whichever mode you wanted and then everything else, which just broke backwards compatibility. But realistically, gobuster, they roughly take the same. I mean, the thing with any directory busting script is the speed is generally going to be all down to processing, because most of these tools, the vast majority of the time, all these tools are doing is sending networking requests, right? And once you send a network request, a network packet, that's it. You have no further control over the speed of that. So really the only difference between any of these tools is what it does in terms of processing. All right. So let's try Portswigger X forwarded. They have a nice list, I think, and so does payloads, all the things. Actually, bypass WAF, here we go. This is a tool I use at work. So we can just shove all of these in here. There is a nice big list, probably on Hacktricks actually, but screw it, let's just put all these in. So we do this. And we only want that. Okay. So that didn't work. Hacktricks, X forwarded or should definitely have something. There you go. The question is this going to let me copy? One thing we didn't try actually was the referrer header. I wonder if that'll help. So, a fun fact about HTTP. Famously, if you're into HTTP specs or specs in general, when they released HTTP, the HTTP spec, they misspelt the referrer header. So, referrer is obviously spelt with 2 R's. In the HTTP spec, it's got only 1 there. So, yeah. I guess we could probably just do HTTP. No. Alright, so can we just do... The copy didn't work, did it? Great. What about if I do a copy here? Nope. Hectrix is so useful, apart from the fact you cannot now copy anything off of it. I'm going to inspect this element. Come on. God, this is so ridiculous. Oh my god, how far up do we have to go? Yeah, I know, it's just time. I mean, honestly, this is kind of just... no. This is just going to take too long. It's not that they don't allow it. There's some funky JavaScript running, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's anything he can control. But firstly, the site is just slow as hell now. Like, it used to load so fast, and now it's just really slow. Have you taken a look inside certificates? We haven't yet. I mean, I'm guessing by the fact that's been mentioned in the stream, there's multiple things. Hey, look at that! Mythlond went... grab them. So actually, if I do a filter and I go filter on x dash, actually space x dash, and then we'll do new line x dash. There we go. Then we just need to clean up a few things here. Via header. That should be fine. Alright, we're just going to try this, and if this doesn't work, we'll go look at the other things. Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay, so presumably then, somebody was saying how we could look in the future Vera certificate. Of course, it's being proxied via Burp, so that wouldn't have worked anyway. Alright, there is an OpenSSL command. Show cert. From URL, there we go. Okay, this one. Alright, this should be fine then. Okay. So this one has a subject, future vera. It just has future vera in it. Yeah, I mean technically the public key will be in the certificate. We could just definitely try here. Future vera dot TryHackMe, because this isn't being proxied. The problem with this browser, this is all being proxied, so the certificate isn't actually this one. But I don't know why just a guide. It's weird. It's happened for me multiple times now. I don't know why this isn't even loading. I'm just going to assume we're not going to find anything here. I assume what we need to do is just bypass this protection mechanism. There we go. Advanced, accept the risk. And then if we click here, now we should be able to go to connection not insecure, more information, security, view certificate. So we got future vera. That's it. Maybe, Bonzo, I'll try, but oh, there's nothing in here then. Only available by internal VPN. I think it's one thing we technically try. Hack the VPN. Yeah, nice one. Interesting. Does Pay Little Things have something? Like sometimes these will be 403, 401 bypass, but it's kind of this. It's almost the same. Same kind of tricks, I guess, can be applied. Does cert or SH index the self-scientific? I don't know what you mean. Could be a rabbit hole, but then again, directory busting found nothing. These are the only two vhosts we found. UDP. Oh, yeah. Okay. So there's going to be a vulnerable VPN, isn't there? Top ports equals 20. We should actually do SV as well. And we'll add velocity. Cool. Well, it found something. It's going to be what, port? Is it port 5,000? For like an Ike VPN? I don't know if that's even what we're finding here. So ordinarily, by the way, you can configure. So if you run AutoRecon with sudo privileges, it will automatically do UDP scanning. It's just that so few boxes use UDP that most of us don't do that. Probably should start doing it out of habit. This is gonna take a while. Read the message from the CEO. Are you talking about another box, or am I just missing everything? Mm. I mean, didn't find anything. Come on. I mean, so that was just the top 20 ports, but yeah, port 500 is usually a VPN. I'm not entirely sure if this is even anything, to be honest. Probably isn't. How is this? This is supposed to be an easy box? TryHackMe going the way of hack the box now. I guess we could look around this website a little bit more. Maybe use cool. Maybe what we have to do is actually try and figure out the... Like, is it like a... SSH brute force? Well, I hope not. Because there's no real username here other than... There's CEO, but that's nothing. It's also just weird that you can access these sites. Maybe it's... I mean, yeah, but the thing is, if it is that, then one of my scans should have found that. Blog is definitely going to be in the list that we try, but I guess we could at least see about this. Oh, for frick's sake. What? Alright, well that was did that not work with... Okay. So we did need to keep running this the one I cancelled. Presumably this one would have worked then if we kept going, so maybe we'll just run it again and see. So it's ffuf. Or is it? Actually, hang on. Yeah, it is this one. So if I just let's do something like blogs, and then blah. And we're just gonna take out the output. Screw it. Yeah, what am I doing? We're gonna copy all of this, and W is gonna be test, and all of this is gonna be the same. What? Okay, that's fine. Interesting. I just want to check something. So why did that? Oh, hang on. No, that's good. Curl dash ik https future error gets us that, and then blog.future error gets. No, that should definitely work. That is weird that ffuf is failing. Let's just not filter anything. Wait, what? What is going on there? Why is blog not appearing? Okay, we're doing some investigation here. Let's just try setting the user agent. Is there an easy way of setting the user agent, or do I have to do it using headers? Probably have to do it using headers, don't I? So we'll do -h user agent test. It looked like when you attempted to go straight to blog.domain that it redirected to just the home site. No. I guess technically this does do a head request. I wonder if... What we're gonna do, chat? We're gonna proxy ffuf. This is good to know, though. Debugging tools is interesting, also because it'll make me improve auto recon. So how do I proxy this? We're gonna proxy this through Burp Suite, and we're gonna see exactly what it does. Proxies -x. That one will do actually. Oops. -x this. I mean, there definitely is something going on. So this is a GET request to this. Then they leave out just a dot. Then they have blogs. Misdirected request. Oh. This is an ffuf problem. All right, this is good. This is actually positive. This I can explain what's happening here. So, I'll explain what this all means. Do not worry. I understand exactly what's going on. When we connected using the future Vera, we were connecting using future Vera.TryHackMe. We were actually just connecting using an IP address. Okay. So you connect using the IP address. We set up the. We actually probably just used this domain, didn't we? Yeah. So when I gave it this domain here, ffuf is going to connect using HTTPS, which uses SSL/TLS, and as part of that TLS negotiation, okay, it is going to send this as the SNI. Okay. So the connection over which we send all of our HTTP requests is technically only for this domain. And even though we're doing the fuzzing here, this domain that we've used to establish the TLS connection does not change. All right. So what we got was this. The client needs a new connection for this request, as the requested hostname does not match the server name indication in use for this connection. Basically, we asked for this blog.futurevera.tryhackme, but the server right now only understands requests for this bit. Okay? Or to put it another way, the server knows that this host has its own certificate. And so you can't access it. You can't access that site. Does that make sense to everyone? Is there a way to force fail? So the problem is, ffuf is pretty dumb. So it understands we're fuzzing this host header, but it doesn't understand that we need to change anything, I believe. Like, there's probably not even an SS. Let me try. Grep. Target TLS SNI does not support fuzz keyword. See, that's. I mean, that doesn't. Yes, you can, but it doesn't support fuzzing. So does gobuster do it? This is specify the response code. Yeah, probably. I'm not actually sure if this would do it either. I'd be interested to look at a walkthrough and see how they would do it. And curl, using curl is fine, because when we do curl extracts the SNI from the URL we're giving it, right? Ferrexbuster, no, because it's a Ferrexbuster only does directory busting, I believe. I don't think it does anything to do with the host name. So actually, I wonder if we can do. Why doesn't the SNI support that though? That's kind of dumb, really.
Thank you for following.
It does seem dumb that they have an option for SNI, but they don't. It doesn't support the fuzz keyword. Like, why not? Yeah, I'm interested in thinking how it. I mean, let's try gobuster and see if gobuster just does it automatically. Because the thing about gobuster, this virtual host, right? This is a built-in mode. So ffuf is powerful but dumb. It doesn't know what you're fuzzing. It just knows to stick things in places where fuzz appears, right? So in terms of like fuzzing capability, it's extremely good. But in terms of understanding contextually what you're fuzzing, it's very bad. So let's just try using virtual host. I may just have to switch back to using using gobuster for virtual host enumeration, I guess. What was I going to use? Test, and then URL. Domain, actually. We need domain. This might not even work, to be quite honest with you, but we'll try it. Okay. Let's just try that. Invalid certificate. Yeah, so we're just getting certificate errors. Okay, maybe K, yeah. You're right, yeah. Okay, so let's try this with this then. No. So this would be interesting. This is a good box. It's teaching. Okay, so is this going to be WordPress? No. Yeah, actually, we can actually probably, if I go to FutureVera and blog.FutureVera. So if we go to this view certificate, cool, and then we go to this one and view the certificate. So these should be separate. Yeah, so here we go. Common name blog, right? And this common name was FutureVera. And if we just go to something else, let's just say blogs.FutureVera advanced, accept the risk. Okay, so we're at blogs.FutureVera and we load the certificate. It still just says FutureVera. Okay. So we know for a fact that this blog has a completely individual certificate. Okay, let's have a look. See. Oh yeah, I was going to look at. We have a different certificate for every subdomain, and when we are enumerating the subdomain, we have to specify the S. Yes. So the issue is we're not actually doing subdomain enumeration, we're doing virtual host enumeration. It just so happens that virtual hosts basically are subdomains, kind of. But the issue is because there's no DNS server, we're not actually doing any DNS lookups. We're relying on DNSMask to always resolve that domain because there's no DNS server. But yeah. We would have to fuzz the SNI when we do the initial connection. Am I on the right site? Yes. Okay, so we've got posts. What else we got? About. All right, so we probably have to do a gobuster now, not a gobuster, ferrexbuster on this. Oops, come on. So we'll just do ferrexbuster. I'll explain the key difference in a minute. Did that not copy the... Come on. Just want to make sure we get this started. Okay, good. Okay, so the key difference is when you're connecting to a website using a browser, right, you would type in a subdomain, okay? So let's just say www.google.com, right? I'm going to use my non-prox. Actually, no, I'm going to use this. All right. So www.google.com is technically a subdomain. It's not a domain. The domain is google.com, right? Yeah. www is the subdomain. All right. And you can think of it like this. There is a subdomain. If you're for websites, all right, for websites, let's just say this. Subdomain goes to vhost, all right? So basically, if you type in a valid subdomain that has a website associated with it, that subdomain will be used as the vhost, which is basically the host header, right? So it's going to be host subdomain. Okay? However, it's not true that for every vhost, so we'll do something like this, there is a subdomain. Okay? It's a one-way relationship. This sometimes can be true, right? Because obviously, in this case, it's true, yeah? So for www.google.com, there is a www.google.com vhost, right? So we've got a subdomain and a matching vhost. Okay? But there might be a valid vhost, which is that, and this subdomain might not be valid, right? There might not be a DNS record for this subdomain, but it still might work as a virtual host. Okay? Because ultimately, virtual hosting is done on the server level. Oh, it's just... Why is it doing this? Virtual hosting is done at the server level. If I go into, let's see, Apache config, it's not right. Server name. Here we go. Okay, this server name is what Apache uses to determine where to load files from. Right, for virtual hosts. This could be anything you want. All right, literally anything. As long as you can put it in a host header field, it can be in a server name. I mean, this is just sort of... I wonder if there's like an admin login. Let's just try admin logins, huh? So we're going to try admin. Try login. Try robots.txt. Okay. Oh, there's a future Vera user though. It's really annoying. This box is not an easy box. I do apologize for... I mean, I guess at least we learn about SNIs, but this is not what we'd usually do on Side Mentoring Monday. This is kind of a little ridiculous. I guess we just have to enumerate until we find a directory.
Thank you for following.
Tell you what then, we'll just leave this running and we will... I'm going to cancel this. I assume we don't need to do any more vhosts. I would say it's a medium at least. Does somebody want to check a walkthrough and make sure we're doing the right thing here? Because the only other thing I can think of is trying to brute force future Vera's, I don't know, SSH key? There's just nothing in here. There's no login, it looks like. I guess I mean, I was gonna say we could try running some more subdomain stuff on blog.futurevera, but that just seems a bit silly. We're already directory busting stuff. Like, I just need a yes or no from somebody. Is directory busting the way we should be going? It's not. There are only vhosts. Okay. Perhaps a support domain. Okay, yeah, maybe. So yeah, this is the weird thing. Going to HTTP blog, got a redirection. There we go. I'm just wondering, how do we do subdomain? Sorry, vhost enumeration with SNI support. Let's actually Google it. Here we go. Cyber Samurai gave this hint. Well, I guess I didn't read it. Yeah. Check the certificate? I mean, yeah, I guess I can. So we did check the blog certificate. I didn't see necessarily... Okay, I didn't see anything in that one. I mean, we might just have to write our own buzzing tool. It'll be very slow, though. Aha! Okay. So we have an alternative name, which is this one, Secure the Help Desk. Alright, I feel like we're on the way now. And that just went in there, which is not what I wanted to do. HTTPS. Okay. I'm not entirely sure if that's what we were supposed to do, but if we add that, we don't need to add SE hosts. Look. Magic of DNS mask. It already resolves. So anyway, I think we solved it because as soon as I sent a GET request over HTTP, by the way, not HTTPS, HTTPS did not work. But HTTP, we get the flag here, which I noticed, by the way, because Burp Suite said flag. Was that it? Was that it? Was that the room? Yep. Okay. All right. Well, on the screen are my socials. Please follow me on Twitter, join the Discord server, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and of course follow me on Twitch to get alerted when I go live. You can also find all these links in the video description.